Steve, was that defeat down to our play or a poor referee or a bit of both?
The hunger and desire wasn't there like it was on Tuesday. For all their possession in the first half, they beat us with 2 balls over the top. That one we didn't deal with, and 2, the second one was we was too deep. The line weren't right. Saying that, in the first 5 minutes, Dan Bennett's put a great ball in the 6-yard box. We haven't attacked it. About both boxes, and we weren't good enough in either today. And I just look at it that full credit to them. They deserved their win. We were nowhere near it today.
Obviously, the big talking point in the first half, the keeper's foul on Nathan. What did you make of that?
Jim, we sit here all day long and I can start moaning at this, blaming that, and it sounds like sour grapes. So I'd rather let the supporters that were in the ground dissect it, make their own opinion of it.
I think most of them have already, but
that's
still.
Fine. So you don't need me going over it, because it sounds like sour grapes. I will say that my players today didn't have enough oomph about them, like Worthing did, but Worthing did catch us twice over the top through their lovely play in the first half. Second half, 2 balls over the top, and we got punished by it. So we weren't cut open by 5-10 passes, it was 2 long balls. So yeah, like I say, full credit to them, they deserve their win.
So where do we go from here? We've got a very difficult number of games coming up. We've had probably 5 games where on paper, and I do stress on paper, one might have thought we might have done reasonably well. We've got 9 points out of 15, I think, from those 5 games. Now we're facing a whole series of games against, again on paper, more difficult opposition: Dulwich, Billericay, Harrow, which is always a tough nut to crack. Where do we go from here?
When we're up against it, Jim, we seem to roll our sleeves up and find a solution. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. But what do? Do I sit here and slag off the players, saying that they're not good enough, or do I get behind them? Because until today, everyone was cock a hoop and everything's going well, which it was. Today's another spanner in the works, but we've had too many of them this season, and it's my job to try and iron that out. With the signing of Dan Bennett, his first game in a long time, that will help. The 2 loans, I've got to speak with their clubs about what I do with that.
So nothing's decided on the loan players at the moment?
Not at the moment, no, because they've got to decide that they want to be here. I've got to speak to their managers, do their managers want them back, and are they going to be right for us going forward for the next month? You know, it was a stopgap while I had injuries, got some of them injuries back, added someone to it. So like I say, it's a little bit of homework to be done this week by me. We've got to work hard on the training ground Tuesday and Thursday, and then prepare for Dulwich. But as you said, there's a lot of work to be done. On paper, very tough games, but every game in this league's tough, you know.
Yep.
Worthing haven't got 8 points out of the last 15, I think it is, and they was unlucky in 2 of them games to concede in the last minute to not take maximum points. So they found their mojo at the minute, and they're doing very well for Adam, as it showed today. But for all their lovely passing, I'm disappointed that we were caught with 2 balls over the top.
Sure. So Dan signed, well, more or less overnight, as far as I can tell, Dan Bennett. As supporters won't know too much about him. Can you say?
Yeah, it comes to my attention yesterday morning that he was available from Merstrom. He's someone that I've looked at for a long time, and the opportunity comes to talk to him. So I spoke to him yesterday. I know there was another club in for him. Contrary to what a lot of reports will go out again about money being thrown, we actually offered less money than the club he was going to go to, and he decided to come to us. So we got the paperwork done, finalised this morning by 10 o'clock, and he played today, and he showed glimpses of what he can do. It's different to how he played at his previous club, but after a good long chat, he's willing to buy into what we want to do. And I think he'd be a good addition to us.
And he's wide midfield, yeah?
He's a wide midfielder, he can drift in as well, so there's a number of things he can do, but he's coming in as a wide player to supply crosses and get shots off, and it showed a couple of glimpses today. Like you say, straight after the half time when he's put that free kick in, you know, we should be dying to get on the end of that. It's an inviting cross, and that changes the outlook of the game. But then again, like I say, different things happen, and we come away with defeat.